Okay, good morning students. In the today's video we can discuss about the previous lesson, that is why do we fall. We take the revision of this and then in the next video onwards you can start the new lesson. Here already we finished this lesson. In that we have to recall the contents of this lesson. What are the important things are there? Here we can discuss here. Important notes for the examination, means important definitions we are giving this in this video. Okay, here according to the WHO, World Health Organization, what is the health? It is a physical, mental and social behavior. Okay. According to WHO, World Health Organization, the people aware, conscious and keeping healthy, disease free, we celebrate World Health Day on 7th April. Here the health definition is health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being. Okay, in the class we can explain about this. The health is not only physical fitness, it is included physical state, mental state and social behavior. How the person behave in the social atmosphere. Okay, come to the diseases. Okay, any disturbed in the structure or the function of any person or the part of a body, organ or a part of a body, the various causes of diseases are pathogen, lack of balanced diet or the public health service. Any disturbance in the structure, function and any organ or the part of the body. Here the disease means what? The disturbance in the body structure, it may be organ, it may be part of the body, we call it as a disease. Why is disease caused? By due to the various reasons. What are those reasons? Pathogens, it may be virus or bacteria, or another one, lack of balanced diet or lack of public health services. You can think about the lack of balanced diet. You are taking not only good food, means you can cause the diseases, and also the public health in your surroundings. If the cleanness not there in your environment, you get the diseases. What is the difference between being health and disease free? Being health and disease free. Here healthy means, or healthy person means, it is a state of complete physical and mental social well-being. Disease free means it is state of absence from the diseases and discomfort of the body parts and their function. Here healthy ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಂತ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಮೆಂಟಲ್ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ವೆಲ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಂತ. ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರೋಗದಿಂದ ಮುಕ್ತ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಅವನಿಗೆ ರೋಗ ಮಾತ್ರ ಇರಲ್ಲ, ಆದ್ರೆ social welfare ಇರಲ್ಲ. That is the difference between the disease free and the healthy. What it depends? It depends upon the individual as well as the physical and social environment. Health depends not only the physical appearance, it also depends on the social environment factor. But disease, it is related to individual only. ರೋಗ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಬ್ಬ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಿದ್ದು. ಆರೋಗ್ಯ ಅಂದ್ರೆ it will included environment also. Third point, a healthy person will be disease free if he is healthy, is environmental healthy and is environment and the social welfare is healthy, then it is a healthy person. What are the types of diseases? In the starting of the lesson we are discussed about the types of diseases. Disease can be divided in many ways. That is one way is acute diseases and the chronic diseases. Basically it is the two types. Acute diseases which last for only very short period of time. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ದಿನದಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಗ ಅದು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಯ್ತಂದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ? acute diseases. Example, cold, cough and typhoid. Chronic diseases, these are taking the long period. These are taking long period to cure it. Those type of diseases we called as a chronic diseases. infectious and non-infectious diseases. Another type of classification is ಹರಡುವಂತ ರೋಗಗಳು, ಹರಡಲಾರದಂತ ರೋಗಗಳು, communicable and non-communicable diseases. The diseases spread due to the infection by microorganisms are called infectious diseases. It is communicated from diseased person to healthy person, caused by some biological agent or the pathogens like bacteria, fungi, protozoa and the worms. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ರೋಗ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಂದ ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಹರಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಅದು ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿಂದ ಹರಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ವೈರಸ್, ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ಟೀರಿಯಾ ಆರ್ ಫಂಗೈ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೋಜೋआ, ಎನಿ pathogens, microorganisms. Come to the non-infectious diseases. The disease which do not spread by contact between the infected and a healthy person. ರೋಗ ಬಂದಿರುವ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಂದ ರೋಗ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಂತ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಬರದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ನಾನ್ ಇನ್ಫೆಕ್ಷಿಯಸ್ ಡಿಸೀಸಸ್. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ disease can be spread through the air, through the water or through the food we eat. Example, what are the non-infectious diseases? Arthritis, cancer, okay, these are the non-infectious diseases. Some heredity problems. Means of spread of infectious diseases. What is the means? Means how they can spread. I already said they may spread through air, through the water or through the food. By sneezing and coughing, the microbes spread through the air and body healthy person. Through air means through the air, the sneezing and coughing, through microorganisms they spread to one person to another person. Example, tuberculosis, pneumonia, or nowadays you are getting corona. These are the spreading through the air. Water. The microbes enter into our body by drinking or eating polluted and contaminated water or the food. When you drink the polluted water which can contain pathogens, and when you eat the open food, you get the diseases. Those are called as the disease caused by the water. That is example, cholera, amoeba and dysentery. These are coming under this group. Come to the vectors. What are the vectors? The organism which spreads the pathogens, those are called as vectors. It may be mosquitoes, it may be insects, or it may be any animals. The mosquito will bite, the Anopheles mosquito will bite the healthy person. They may got malaria or dengue or the any other fever. Okay, another type of diseases, that is sexual contact. If you any person having the diseases, he contact with sexual contact with other person, they get the diseases. That is nothing but a AIDS. That is acute immunodeficiency diseases. It is caused by the virus HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. It gets transmitted from the infected to a healthy person through the sexual contact, blood transmission, use infected needles or the blade. Now come to the antibiotics. When you get the diseases, to cure the diseases you have to take some medicines. Those medicines we call it as the antibiotics. These are chemicals which block the biochemical pathway of important bacteria. They are used for the disease caused by the bacteria. Here, the antibiotics medicines, what they do, they stop the biochemical pathway of the bacteria or the virus. Okay, organ specific and the tissue specific manifestation. This point is skipped in your syllabus. You can go to the next portion, that is treatment and the prevention. To reduce the effect of diseases, what we have to do can be done by taking medicines to bring down the effects of the diseases like fever, pain, loose motion, etc., and taking to the conserve our energy. If you reduce the effect of the diseases, you can conserve the energy. Now come to the principle of prevention. How can you prevent the diseases? There is two methods are there. One is general method, another one is specific method. They involve preventing exposure against the microbes by boosting immune system. One, we have to stop the exposure of microbes. Second one, we have to boost the immunity in a system. Preventing exposure against the microbes can be done in following this. How can you prevent the exposure of microbes? First one, for airborne microbes. For airborne microbes, we can prevent exposure by avoiding overcrowded places. Microbes is spread in the air, we can avoid that exposure. Don't go to the overcrowded places. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇರಬಾರ್ದು. Waterborne diseases by microbes, you can prevent exposure by contaminated water. ಕಲುಷಿತ ನೀರನ್ನ ಕುಡಿದೇ ಇದ್ರೆ ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನೀರು ಕುಡಿಬೇಕು. ಮತ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಜನ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಬಾರ್ದು. For a vector-borne infections, you can prevent exposure by providing clean environment. ನಮ್ಮ ಸುತ್ತಮುತ್ತ ಏನು ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು, environment should be clean. By boosting the immune system. Second method is we have to boost the immune system by giving the good food for the patients or the diseased person. To strengthening the immune system can help preventing many diseases. ಒಳಗಡೆಯಿಂದ ನಾವು ಸ್ಟ್ರಾಂಗ್ ಆಗಿದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೋಗ ನಮ್ಮ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಬರಲ್ಲ. How can you prevent that immune system? By taking the nourishment or the good vitamins, minerals and the proteins to our body through the food, and you can increase your immune system. This immune system will avoid the spreading of diseases. Now come to the specific methods. These are the general methods above what you learned. Now specific method, it involves the prevention method directed against the particular diseases. Here specific method means nothing but they give the medicine to the specific diseases. What type of medicines we have to take and what are the diet control we have to do, that is called specific method. It is done by immunization, which is the process of introducing a weakened pathogen inside the body of the host to make his or immune system to produce antibodies against the particular diseases, so that the next time even if the disease will be strike the host body with the full vigor, the body will be able to protect itself with the help of these antibodies. The medicines they given to these persons, that is increase the immunity, and they will have the body get strong and it will fight against the diseases if next time it will be attacked. So this is about the specific method. It is done by immunization, which is the process of introducing a weakened pathogen inside the body of the host to make her immune system to produce antibodies. Okay, like this you can prevent the specific method and the general method to prevent the diseases. Okay, these notes you can take it and you can write it in your textbook question and answer and exercise also. Here treatment part will be not given. You can go through these notes. I will send the link of this lesson. Write down the notes and you get the question answer in this. If you don't get, I will send the link of this notes also. Okay, this is a revised lesson of 13th lesson. Why do we fall ill? In the next video onwards, you can start the new lesson, that is about diversity in the living organisms. Okay, goodbye.